Hello and Assalamualaikum. This is the video presentation for 4F class which we were given the topic to do building services systems on high school building. Here is the overview of our building which may consist of the main entrance, the gate, corridors, and also halls. Our building also includes common classrooms. We also have a library for the students to do discussions and for studying. We may first begin the first building services with the fire protection system. The next video will show on a fire.
While turning the power back on at Robert E. Lee Elementary in Tampa, the 100-year-old school caught fire. The devastated teachers are now prepping for classes to resume on Monday, but they have to go to a different building. Today, reporter Adam Weiner was there as these teachers were greeted at their new school with open arms and donated supplies.
I watched it on Facebook Live and it was surreal. I just watched it get worse and worse and just couldn't believe what was happening.
The fire at Lee Elementary destroyed not just a historic school, but the personal belongings of the teachers there.
As we can see from the news, a fire can spark in an instant and spread within seconds. This is why fire protection system is very important, especially when young lives are at stake. Not only that, it will also protect the building and assets from further damage. In Malaysia, building regulations are based on Uniform Building Bylaws UBBL 1984, which subsidiary of Street Drainage and Building Act 1974. There are two types of fire protection which are active and passive. The first one is a portable fire extinguisher which is used to extinguish or control small fires, often in emergency situations. It should be located where it is readily noticed by occupants like corridors. Next is the automatic sprinkler system. Sprinkler system is an automatic system designed to detect, control, and eliminate fires and warn fire residents. The automatic sprinkler system is usually located at ceiling in every class, office, library, laboratory, hall, mosque, toilet, and canteen. The sprinkler system are connected to a water distribution. As you can see here, when heat is detected, the glass component in the sprinkler head to fail, thereby releasing the water from sprinkler head. This is a fire hose reel, sometimes found in cupboards or metal cabinets that are identified by the words fire hose reel. The hose is 36 meters in length and is rolled onto a hose reel drum for quick and easy operation. The nose of the hose reel is housed in a special bracket designed to ensure that it is stored with the control valve in the off position. For operator safety, hose reel should not be used to extinguish fires involving equipment connected to an electrical power supply. A smoke detector is a device that senses smoke, typically as an indicator of fire. It is usually powered by a central fire alarm system. When smoke is detected, it will signal the fire alarm control panel. The next video will show on how it works.
And today I'm going to be testing it to show you how fast it goes off. So here we go.
Without further ado, let's move on to the next part. A heat detector is a fire alarm device designed to respond when the convected thermal energy of a fire increases the temperature of a heat-sensitive element. The heat detector is used to help in the reduction of property damage. Heat detectors are also sensitive to the heat temperature, and there will be automatically signals the fire alarm control panel. Next, we will be showing on how an automatic heat detector functions.
Put the building fire alarm panel into alarm, and that starts the building evacuation process.
You are about to view the operation of a manual call point, also known as a break glass alarm. You may also hear them referred to as an MCP. Manual call points may be connected to the fire service through your internal alarm system. In this case, when activated, the fire service will be automatically notified and fire crews will be responded. However, in some instances, the operation of the manual call point will only activate the alarm locally to notify the building's occupants. Fire alarm must be installed on every floor. The alarm is located on exit routes that are close to the hose reel. When emergencies happen, someone gives a warning to the other occupants in the building using a manual break glass call point. Once triggered, the alarm will continue to sound out automatically. The bell ringing is to give people in the building time to get out safely. These are examples of fire alarm control panels. Fire alarm control panel is located in every block building and located in ground floor level. The function is to receive signals from all the detectors and triggers the cause of the presence of smoke or fire. A fire alarm control panel, FACP, is an electric panel that is the controlling component of a fire alarm system. The panel receives information from environmental sensors designed to detect changes associated with fire, monitors their operational integrity, and provides for automatic control of equipment and transmission of information necessary to prepare the facility for fire based on a predetermined sequence. The panel may also supply electrical energy to operate any associated sensor, control, transmitter, or relay. A fire hydrant system in Malaysia, in terms of a building's fire prevention system, is a series of components designed to provide adequate water to firefighters. Design of the system is focused on maintaining a sufficient pressure to assure water flow. Next is the passive fire protection system, which consists of fire-rated door. Not only that, fire exit sign is also important. The escape routes must be clearly marked and all fire exit signs should be located in place that clearly indicate escape routes. The size of staircase, the length and width all follow the requirements in the UBBL. The staircase and corridor is a part of escape route that connects to the place of assembly. It should be kept clear and hazard-free at all times. Fire compartmentation is also important to stop the fire from spreading through the buildings, such as a fire stop. To wrap it all up, fire protection system is crucial to allow safety evacuation of the occupants. In order to build a safe school, the school must comply with the building regulations set up by the authority and must consider the basic fire principle. This may be a guide for the contractor to build a safer school.
Hello, my name is Bukhari.
I'm Nur Zulaikha.
I am Aizat Dania.
My name is Muhammad Jaris Arif bin Johari.
I am Ifa Shaza.
And I am Muhammad Aiman.
So today, we are going to present about telecommunication system in high school building. Telecommunication can be described as the exchange of signs, signals, messages, words, sounds, and more by using cables that has been set up in underground. High school is one of the platforms that need to be focused on improving the telecommunication system in order for students to get the right, clear, and good information from the administration. Application of telecommunication system. It needs to be planned very well so it could avoid amendments after the completion of the building. Clients are advised to use qualified and certified professionals in all aspects of application and implementation. To receive a better and more satisfaction, developers are encouraged to engage with the telecommunication company in the early stages. Telecommunication system. There are two main components of the system, which are the telecommunication space and pathways are normally deficient in existing buildings. Telecommunication cabling system, which is used to link the telecommunication room together. At the transmitting end, the source will generate the data. Then, the transducer will convert the data into an electrical signal. The signal is then sent over the transmission medium. At the receiving end, the transducer converts the electrical signal into data, and it is given to the destination. The installation process. It is generally preferred to locate telecommunication and power cables or a substantial portion outside the view of the casual observer. For example, it is common to locate and suspend telecommunication and power cables within the ceiling of a building. This serves at least two purposes, which are: it reduces the possibility of a particular cable accidentally or purposely being damaged or severed. It creates a more aesthetically pleasing environment when such cables are not readily visible. Benefits of telecommunication system in high school building. As an aid in administrative tasks, school records such as attendance and grades can be easily and quickly transferred between departments and also stored in electronic folders. Next, it enhances multicultural education. It enables students from varied backgrounds to construct cultural bridges by investigating common issues from different perspectives. It is easy and fast access information. The best means to access current information is through telecommunications. This could help students in accessing current information in order to finish their homework. It improves communication skills. Telecommunication can enhance learning by providing unique opportunities for students to practice, demonstrate, and critique written communication skills. It also supplies faster communications. In the amount of time it takes to handwrite and deliver a school memo, electronic messages can easily be distributed, read, forwarded, and written. Last but not least, it makes education more interactive. From extracurricular activities to exploring hobbies, devices such as tablets and smartphones can connect students to a wealth of text, audio, and video content. Problems occur when installing the system. It can be divided into two categories, which are telephone system and internet system. For telephone system, first, lack and faulty of network parts. Second, electrical issues and lines failure. Meanwhile, for internet system, speed and technical disturbance. Last but not least, it is costly. Functions of high school building telecommunication. It helps to communicate between workers and access the internet by telephone networks, Wi-Fi routers, and computer network. Principles of telecommunication. From this figure, 4 types of connections can be established, such as local call connection between two subscribers in the same exchange, outgoing call connection between a subscriber and an outgoing trunk, incoming call connection between an incoming trunk and a local subscriber, transit call connection between incoming trunk and outgoing trunk. Space implications. From this figure, we can see that at least one telecommunication room is built at each floor. That's all from us. Thank you. Bye!
Special service installation is about electric equipment that automatically perform specific facility function. In Victim Secondary School, CCTV and access control system used as special service installation. The application of CCTV is preventing outsider illegally enter the school and used as disciplinary system that included intercoms, electronic locks, register, and late arrival locks for students. The installation of CCTV starts with planning the layout of CCTV, screw the camera in place firmly, place the DVR at the appropriate location, plan the pathway for all the cable, connect the cable output, and lastly, start the powering on the camera, monitor, and DVR. School CCTV security camera are effective to protect both teachers and students, and school CCTV help preventing antisocial behavior such as theft, vandalism, and etc. But the problem is, the CCTV installation can affect the legality and privacy violation, the cost of installation is higher, influence trust of teachers and students, they can be vulnerable, and CCTV cannot stop a crime. Here is the function. The data from the camera will transfer to the DVR. From the DVR will appear to the monitor. With the monitor, all the movement will be recorded. And from the DVR also, all the data will do the backup. Based on subcontractor contract, all equipment and materials supplied are new and have been subjected to acceptance inspection and testing by the SO. The requirement must be followed, such as the lifespan, the performance condition, the maintenance, and have self-diagnostic function. The CCTV equipment specification must have day or night dome camera, video recorder, panel monitor, keyboard and mouse, and lastly, video management software. The principle of surveillance is to provide an information for further action if anything happens, helps to monitor movement of the people in the building, and helps on improving the security of the area. The space implications for surveillance are at doors and points of access, school boundaries, pathway intersection, public counters and cash collection points, and also other natural paths. The building regulation for surveillance are placed in appropriate location, notify all the students and staff, must not constitute an intrusion, must not intrude in a location where there is reasonable expectation of privacy, and must not have any alleged violation. Access control system concept is an application like cards, fobs, keypad, and sometimes biometric sensor to unlock door in such system. With electronic access control system, each user is given only one key like an access card. The installation starts with install pathway, ducts, closet, and terminal of cabling. Lay the cable if wire technology is used. Install door locks and door readers at every door. Install sensor at the planned points. Install main controller, and lastly connect the power cable. The benefits are going keyless makes things easier for the teachers and staff. System can integrate with surveillance video for additional security if anything happen. And also limitation for those in the building can go after hours. For example, the student cannot go to the badminton court after 8 p.m. But the problem is the access control system can be hacked. When a system is hacked, a person has access to several people's information, depending on where the information is stored. Now, how did it function? The access card will contact with the door reader. The reader permits access to people with valid access cards. And it also have keypad so that users simply key in their assigned password. The access controller keep information entered into the access control software to differentiate the valid and non-valid. The access controller will send information to door contact to grant the access, open the door. One of the best way to boost school security is to make the switch from standard lock and key doors to an access control system featuring card readers, as it can control all your systems securely. The proposed brand is in reference to product by SKA Technology. In the field of physical security and information security, access control is the selective restriction of access to a place or other resource, while access management describes the process. The principles are: it offers protection towards the occupant of the building, it also helps on reducing trespasser and controlling movement of the student in the building. The space implication for this system at the front entrance of school and also at the office school if students forgot their ID or lost their card. The swiping station will create a database of attendance record and also allow teacher and school administrator to see record. The building regulation for this system are to ensure the locks do not impact a safe exit if anything happen, and integrate access control with fire alarm system for the occupants easily escape from the building. Thank you for watching.
For air conditioning system in high school building, we will use shielding cassette, wall mounted and under shielding type. The system of air conditioning in high school building. For teachers' room, we will use ceiling cassette and under ceiling, while for offices, we will use ceiling cassette and wall mounted. For classroom, we will use wall mounted, and lastly for library and hall, we will use under ceiling style. The installation process for wall mounted are: firstly, setting up the indoor unit, which is select the best location for interior wall to mount the indoor unit, and run the pipes and cable through the hole in the wall, then connect them to the unit. Next steps is installing the outdoor condenser, which is need to position the outdoor unit away from any heavily trafficked, dusty or hot areas. Check the electrical wiring and connect the piping and cable to the outdoor unit. Lastly, completing the project. Bleed the air and humidity, affix the piping to the wall, seal up the hole in the wall, and turn on the unit for testing operation. Did you know there are a lot of benefits if we use air conditioning in school? Firstly, it will improve concentration of students and school staff. Second, it will improve the quality of air. Third, it will increase comfortable of the student and school staff. And lastly, it will decrease the risk of heat stroke.
Assalamualaikum to Dr. Rafidah. My name is Nur Masya. I am representing my group member will explain about electricity on high school building. Installation process of electricity. The process which involves the generation of electricity from the main resources to substation via transmission line and distribute to the others. The electricity industry work in a simple model of converting energy resources into electricity. For our school, there are two types of resources, which is solar energy and hydroelectric. Solar energy. Suruhanjaya Tenaga was entrusted to conduct the bidding process by inviting private sector companies to build. For our private school, the solar panel was located at the field which owned by our school foundations. Hydroelectric. The theory is to build a dam on a large river that has a large drop in elevation. Our school can use this kind of resources because there is a lake and river nearer and it used to generate electric and considered as hydro system. Transmission is the second major part of the process where electricity is stepped up by substation transformers which voltage rise to increase transportation efficiency and transfer to the national grid a highway network of high voltage cable that carry and transmit power across the country. In Malaysia, the transmission system owned and operated by TNB Transmission and transmit electricity from one power station to a substation or to another power station. National grid system used to transmit electricity to all over the country. Then, to transmit and distribute the electric pylon is needed. After being transferred by pylon and transmission line, a transformer is placed. A substation is the part of an electricity transmission and distribution system, where voltage is transformed from low to high and vice versa using transformer. From the substation, electricity will be reduced to 33 kW in the transformer and electricity will then be supplied to consumer or school.
For this video, I will represent my group. So we proceed to the introduction for this topic. Smart building terms refers to a building with wide technology that allows a lot more control over lighting, HVAC, security and other technical systems. Mechanical handling system is the classification method of transporting loads from one place to another. There are two categories, which are for handling goods and for handling people. This system is important because it can affect the quality of work done in a building. Moreover, it can provide a reliable service and increase active involvement by the disability people. Lastly, this system can add an aesthetic value, especially for educational buildings. As we can see here is the components of escalator. We have handrail, steps, step chain, step roller, motor, gear, truss and so on. So for the installation process, mostly escalators are manufactured in factory and transported to site. But before we assemble the escalator, the landing area must be ready to be linked with the escalator. Then, the scissor type lifting device will be used to lift the truss assembly to a proper position. Using such device allow the upper end of trusses to be easily aligned and then supported by walls associated with landing. The lower the end of truss can be lowered into a gap that is connected with the lower platform. For some cases, the railing might be transported separately from other main components. But for this case, the rail will be carefully coiled, and after the installation complete, the railing will be connected to the appropriate chain. Components of elevator. So we have driving machine, machine room, controller, car, counterweight, bumpers, and so on. So for the installation process, firstly the technician needs to make sure that it is installed in a suitable location. The floor needs to be robust enough on both levels to support the lift system when it is loaded. The column will be bolted and guided into place. On the floor and walls, sketches need to be drawn to ensure that the lift cap is positioned in appropriate position to move the columns levelly and uniformly. Then the lift cap will be positioned in the exact location indicated by certain markings within the column. Next, wheel block will be fitted to the column and bolted to the lift cap. Lift chains will be installed and connected to the lift block. For the installation of mechanical lift, the drive brace will be raised above column. When the drive brace is installed perfectly, the drive brace will be bolted in place and welded to the supports. Next, doors and enclosures will be welded firmly into place. The technician needs to be complete all the wiring required for the elevator to ensure smooth operation of the lift. The last step of installation is to do inspection for the unit that has been installed. This is to make sure that the lift is working properly and it can be operated safely. Important to install mechanical handling system because it can affect productivity and work done in a building, especially in school building, because it can prevent students from being at a congested area and it can increase the involvement of disability people. By doing this assignment, it shows the advantages of both systems, especially in providing comfort and efficiency for users. From the discussion about problems encountered and how to overcome it, it can prevent from incidents to happen. Lastly, before we install any mechanical handling system, we need to follow its building regulation to ease the users. That's all from us.